What is up everyone, welcome back to the Commander's Lair, it's Joey here. Today I'll be showing you my Miirym Sentinel Wyrm deck. So this is a new commander from Baldur's Gate. It is obviously a dragon. This is pretty on theme with the whole set. It's been a lot of dragon tribal synergies in the entire Baldur's Gate set, but we're not going to be doing that. I figured I'd take this an interesting way and kind of get some extra value out of it by using Shapeshifters. So Miriam is 3, a green, a blue, and a red for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon spirit with flying and ward 2. So it's going to cost an additional 2 mana if opponents want to target this. Nice little removal protection, and then it has whenever another dragon, a non-token dragon ETB is under your control, create a token that's a copy of it, except the token isn't legendary if that dragon is legendary. So again, that little legendary part doesn't really matter. It's extra nice value though. What really important is copying all of our shapeshifters. So shapeshifters have changeling. So basically, what's that's going to mean is they have all creature types, and so basically they're going to count as dragons for Miriam's ability. So they're going to every time we're going to make one, we're going to make 2 instead. So it's going to double them, which is nice. But also, it's not just for Miriam. It's for all kinds of other spells, right? Anything that's going to be caring about creature types is going to be affected by these changelings, and they're going to count for all of them, so we can get extra bonuses and values out of the specific cards that ask for certain tribes. But obviously, changelings attribute to all tribes, so we're going to get lots of value from all different kinds of cards across the history of Magic that care about different tribes. So the nice thing about this is that it obviously affects any kind of effect like this. So that includes cards like Mass Appeal, so 2 and a blue for a sorcery, draw a card for each human you control. So this is going to be 2 and a blue to draw a card for each creature we control. So obviously we've seen this in Shamanic Revelation, it's 5 mana. 2 and a blue is obviously a really great effect for this. And we're going to just get value through that, or cards like Seagate Lawmaster, so it's 4 and a blue, so a bit more expensive, but it's a 1/3, and it taps to draw a card for each ally you control. So every single turn, repeatable on a stick. We are going to have to wait for it, but it's going to be every single turn, draw a card for each creature you control. That's obviously mental. Normally you wouldn't be doing that in any kind of deck consistently, obviously unless allies, which is obviously not very powerful, so it's really useful. And then cards like Coalescer, so it's a green and a blue for a 1/4, so 2 mana. Look at the top card of your library at any time, and then you may cast Dragon Souls on the top of your library. So we can cast any creature in our entire deck, pretty much besides the payoffs, from the top of our library, which is just nice value. You're going to get extra creatures out, double them with our commander. And then we can obviously get effects, the bonuses like this through ramps. So Dragon Speaker Shaman, 1 red for a 2/2. Dragon spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. So this is going to affect all creatures, so it's just going to make all those changes to cost 2 less to cast, and just a blanket reduction on all of our cards. And then Harabaz Druid is a lot like that card draw effect, so it's 1 and a green for a 0/1 human druid ally. It has tap add X mana to any of any one card, your mana pool X number of allies you control. So just for all of our shapeshifters, we're going to get 1 mana, and they're going to be obviously all these effects are doubled by our commander. So if we had 5 out, we would have 10 shapeshifters out instead, and we're going to get 10 mana for that, which is just really useful in general, just generating heaps of value, drawing heaps of cards and mana when we shouldn't really be doing so because all the changelings are going to be letting us do so. So obviously I've mentioned a heap of changelings, and you know what we're going to be doing is using a lot of changelings. But now I'm going to explain what these actually are. So Amoeboid changelings is a great example. So it's 1 and a blue for a 1/1 changeling. So changeling, this card is every creature type at all times. And it has tap, target creature gains all creature types until turn, and tap, target creature loses all creature types until turn. So that can be useful as well. We can tap it to give another creature one of our payoff creatures, make them into a changeling, which is just useful because we'll get an additional trigger for that Harabaz drill, whatever we need to use. Universal Automaton, so it's generic for a 1/1 changeling. So you're really getting the theme here. Some of them are bigger. There are some we're playing to be 5 mana, 6 mana changelings that are just really big and have nice bodies on them. But realistically, just anything that is going to act as that changeling and have all creature types to generate value is really what we're caring about here. So this is basically what the deck get real crazy, because right now I've talked about how we're getting generic kind of additional value throughout the whole game with these cards. However, importantly, they're not just playing them because they are creatures, we're playing them because we have value. So even in the lands, Haven the Spirit Dragon is a land, so it taps for 1 colorless, or we can add 1 mana of any color or mana pool, but only cast its Dragon spell. So this works for our commander, it works for some of the dragons in the deck, and it works for all the shapeshifters. So basically, really nice color fixing there, because we are going to need a lot of that. And then it also has 2 in the tap to sack it to return dragon from or Ugin Planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So basically this is going to be any of the dragons we're instantly running, because there are a few which I'll talk about later, and then obviously any of the shapeshifters that we just want to get them back for an extra value we can as well. So this is just kind of example how the shapeshifters is going to be giving us extreme value just through the lands as well. Whelming Wave is great, so it's 2 blue blue for a sorcery. Return all creatures to their owner's hand except for krakens, leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. So some of our lord effects and whatnot aren't going to be, aren't going to fit into this, are going to be returned. But all of the creatures that we are running, all the shapeshifters, are going to be dodged by this. So basically, what is going to be happening is for one-sided board wipe, we're going to keep all of our, pretty much our entire board, all the tokens of all the shapeshifters, we're going to keep them all, and our opponent's going to lose everything, and we're going to be in a major position to win from there. Cards like Rooftop Storm are really crazy. So this is where, there are for each tribe, or some tribes, there's a couple of cards that are just really overpowered, but they're quite contained, obviously, because it's only for one tribe. But when we can use all of them, we really, unlock the roof on that one. So excuse the pun, sorry. So it's 5 and a blue for an enchantment, and you may pay 0 rather than pay for mana cost for zombie creature spells you cast. So basically, we're just going to dump out all of our changelings for free. We've got 20 of them in our deck. They're going to be coming out real fast once this is out. Obviously just ridiculous mana cheating there. And then Lord of the Unreal is a great protection, so it's blue blue for a 2/2. Illusion creatures control get +1/+1 and have Hexreef, so all of our creatures are going to be protected. They're going to have a little bit of a buff, make it way easier to keep our board sustained, so no one can get rid of any of it. And then we can win the game through cards like Thrakus the Butcher. This is a new card from Baldur's Gate, so it's 3 red green for a 3/4 Dragon Peasant with Trample, and whenever Thrakus the Butcher attacks, double the power of each dragon you control until end of turn. So obviously this is legendary, but it's going to be bumped down, so we're going to get a token out of anyway. So what this is going to do is it's going to basically give us all these effects. Obviously this will be doubled by our commander because it's a dragon as well. And basically whenever it attacks, you double the power. So we're going to be doubling the power and doubling it again. So one of those basic 2/2s with Changeling is going to be an 8/8 if we attack with this. One of those 4/4s is going to be a 16/16. So this is just really incredible. Probably one of the best cards to finish out the game in this deck. It's really easy to win with this, especially when we're copying everything. So we're going to have like heaps of massive attackers, just punching through for damage constantly. And then Lastus Dragon Queen really helps out with this. So it's 4 red for a 6/6. It synergizes with Thrakus because they're going to help each other. And it's a legendary creature dragon. So with flying, another non-token dragon ETBs, you create a 5/5 red dragon creature with flying, and then it has fire breathing for 1 red for all your dragons. So all your dragons +1/+1 end of turn. Really a nice lord effect there for all our creatures as well we can use. But basically, with our commander out, when this enters, we're going to get two instances of it. So obviously you might be thinking why you put this in here, it doesn't synergize, because obviously when a creature synergizes, it makes a token, the token doesn't trigger this. But what's really useful about this is we're going to have 2 Lathas anyway. So for every 2/2 changeling we cast for 2 mana, we're going to get 2 5/5 red dragon creature tokens. So we're going to get 10 power every time we cast any of our shapeshifters, no matter how low their mana cost is. This is really when we're going to be maximizing the value from this deck and really, getting crazy effects just from these, really basic creatures through effects like this. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That'll conclude this deck. Basically, I just, I wanted to create obviously a heap of decks for all the new commanders that are coming out. I've got heaps more to go. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. Currently, I'm really interested in some of the legendary creatures that can pick a background and some of the backgrounds they can do. I've got one video coming out soon that'll be a Gruul version of that. See if you guys can guess what that is. But otherwise, basically, that's what I'm doing. A lot of this, heaps of new kind of decks that are coming out. With just a bunch of really interesting cards, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, make sure to leave a like to show me you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments another deck you want to see, or if you want to see this, or what you think about this deck. Subscribe if you want to see more, and just, let me know what you think about this interesting take. Obviously, this is generally seen as a dragon tribal deck, but I've kind of taken a different spin. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next time.